Ha! Same as ever, all bark and no bite!
So it's been a long time coming. It's actually been a few weeks, and a lot of you want to know about your art style. So I finally made a video about it. What's my art style, bro? How do I find my art style? Why does my art look so boring? A lot of you ask this question. You want to figure out how to find your art style. Well, too bad, because you already have one. Finding an art style is a very common topic among beginner artists who are unfamiliar with what an art style is. But once again, what if I told you you already have a style? What? Dude, yes, you already have an art style. All you have to do now is work on building your style. And today, that is exactly what we're going to do. In today's video, I will show you 4 effective strategies to help develop your art style. Who's ready?
Here we go! Go!
We'll figure out your style by collecting references from artists that you like. We're going to discover your mediums, to apply and practice what we've learned from selecting references. And finally, towards the end, I'm going to challenge you guys to go ahead and do something fun, but we'll leave that towards the end. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes, guys, and let's jump into the video. If you already have an art style, this video will also help you to enhance it. So it's going to be really good. It's good for you too. Don't miss out. Subscribe and let's talk about art styles. So what exactly is an art style? A style is a way of describing how your art appears or how an artist expresses themselves. So the characteristics that describe the artwork, such as the artist's use of form, color, etc. The mediums, right? The Copic marker, the colored pencil, just to name a few. Examining the artist's handling of the medium as well as the method or technique that the artist employs is another important factor in determining the style of an artwork. Basically, all of these stylistic elements are defined by the choices made by artists when creating their artwork. Every choice you make that goes onto the paper is because you have a certain style. That's the reason why some people like to draw anime. That's why some people prefer more Western cartoons. Everyone has their own style. All you need to do is find out what you like. Implement that into your work to develop your own personal style. Number 1, you're going to need to gather inspiration. Collect artists that inspire you to draw and try to replicate their drawings or their style into your own work. If you want to learn how Ross draws and Loish, if you notice, they're really good at doing landscape. And if you want to learn that, use that as an example and study from it. If you want to use Sam Does Arts, you realize how well he makes expressions or how well he draws animated stylistic characters. If you like that, also take that and put that into your own artwork. Check out your favorite artists, methods, and tutorials and try to implement that into your own work. Isn't that just copying? I've met a lot of people that seem to believe that copying or learning from another artist's work by copying them is unoriginal or unethical. This does not make you any less of an artist. Please do not be fooled. Everything we use today in life and as an artist is all recycled. It's been thought of before. What makes you different or what makes your work stand out is your ability to be creative. There's no reason why you shouldn't copy somebody else's work. If you really like them, use your spare time to educate yourself on why you like their work or why you feel like their work stands out. What attracts you to the next person's work? Understand? Being creative entails taking similar parts and pieces from all over the world and putting them together in your own unique way. As I previously stated, I love Sam Does Arts' work. Sam has a very lovable style. His character's eyes, for example, are inspired by anime. His expressions are inspired by Western Disney films, Tangled, Wreck-It Ralph, etc. Since he likes those films, he uses those expressions to create his own work in his own unique way. Not only did I study from Sam, I also studied from Ergo Josh, which is also a art YouTuber, like a YouTube artist, and he also does art on Instagram, etc. His platform is huge. Basically, I didn't stop there. I used to watch him completely break down his drawings. He would break down the subject on if he wants to learn how to draw the body. He would break it down and understand exactly what he's doing, understand the anatomy, understand how to draw the hands, how to do everything, so he could fully understand what he was painting. When it comes to painting, you need to understand proportions. It is very crucial if you want to grow your style. You must understand the basics. You have to go back to the basics in order to develop your style. Without the fundamentals, you can't really push or pull things like the face and the eyebrows. You can't really transform your characters and give it that unique style if you don't even understand how to draw the human face, or you don't even know how to draw the anatomy of the body. So take time to learn these things. Just go back, refresh yourself. Even me, I always have to go back to refresh myself on the basics, something that you have to be constantly doing in order for you to be growing. Another artist I look at is Studio AP, and he's an excellent anime artist. He excels in transforming 2D anime into 3D realistic looking characters. I really appreciate that because I love anime. I tend to take his work and try to apply that into my own work. Also, pay attention to his tutorials in order to fully comprehend how he creates his designs. I used to just watch everything he did. At one point, I just copy his art one for one. Let's say he drew Luffy, I drew Luffy. He drew this character, I drew that character. I didn't really feel like it was mine just because I knew I just copied him all the way. Even though I am still learning as an artist, I want to grow my own style. So what I did was I took his methods, his tutorials, and transformed it into my own character. There were so many times where I just catch myself. I used to just watch everything he did at first and copy his art. You may still be learning, but don't just stop there. Be unique, be creative. Challenge yourself to apply what you've learned to your own characters and work. Work on your skills, work on finding out what makes their art so good, why you respect them so much. Try to implement that. That's called being inventive. Actually, being inventive or being creative is actually what makes you an artist. An artist's job is to be creative. So the way you use certain mediums to apply the fundamentals of art to make your style is what distinguishes you as an artist. Bless you. The way you use certain mediums to apply the fundamentals of art will help you develop a style. Find out what your mediums are. What mediums do you like? Do you like digital art, Procreate, Ibis Paint? Do you like Photoshop, traditional art? Do you like colored pencils, markers? The alcoholic marker, remember in the last video?
Alcoholic marker, off-brand, yet still good.
Without a medium, how can we have a style? Everyone has a specific medium. For example, Salmon Ross specialized in digital art. Lois, she also does digital, but I see her do traditional, as well as Studio AP. He does a lot of traditional Copic marker art. So for me, I'm a digital artist. I mainly use Procreate nowadays. I used to use Ibis Paint X. It's still good, but that's just my medium. Once you find your medium, you will be able to find that art style. Once you discover which medium you like, you're just one step closer to developing that art style. I also have some friends, man. They love to use colored pencil. I'm not a big fan of the colored pencil, but it's a wonderful medium to use if you know how to use it. Just for me, I like to stick to a Copic marker or just sketch. But the color pencil works. It works, guys. I'm not hating on y'all. For my digital art products, I mainly just use the round brush, the airbrush for a majority of my work. To be honest, I feel like you should learn both. You should learn both traditional and digital. Honestly, people are afraid to do digital art, and I don't know why. If you have the skill to do it on paper, imagine what you can do on a screen. Trust me, there's nothing to be afraid of. Don't be afraid to experiment with new things, especially as an artist. Find out what is most effective for you. You can do it. All you have to do is think outside the box. Don't be trapped to your own artistic boundaries. Try to break free from that. Try painting, try clay, sculpting, so many different forms of art, guys. Have fun with it. Exercise that brain of yours. You need to practice. Practice by exercising your brain, going back to the original fundamentals. If you really want to develop your art style, you need to know how to draw, period. If you like to draw anime, you need to learn how to draw an anime head. If you want to learn how to draw landscape, you have to learn the composition, perspective, everything in that bracket. Learning from life. You should learn from life, as this will help you improve your style even more. Real life art studies can really help you understand how to paint things in proportion. And if you know, proportions are key. Proportions are one of the most important aspects of drawing. Drawing from a reference will clearly help you see all your mistakes, and which will help you to improve faster. Once you learn how to draw from real life, it will help you also develop a style, right? Once you do understand that, then you can apply that slight twist so that when you draw it, it still looks believable and no one else gets confused. I'm gonna use Disney again. Disney is really good at the princesses. They all look cartoony, but at the same time, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, they're all relatively on the same, they look like a human being. Only thing that's different is the eyes are stretched, the mouth and the nose are probably smaller, and the face is more simplified. That the ears are just a little bit bigger. But that's just how Disney wants to draw. Even me, when I see certain styles I like, I try to implement that. And when you draw a character with big eyes, it evokes a lot of emotion, just the gateway to the soul. But you just need to practice drawing from real life. The more practice you get, the better you will become, and you will be able to develop that style. Last, but certainly not least, put yourself to the test. Challenge yourself. This is my challenge to you, and I was challenged first by Ross Draws. I want you to go out there, find 5 of your favorite artists, and write them down. Once you write that down, find out what you like so much about their style in particular. It could be the way they draw the face, the colors they use, anything. So I'm gonna give you a minute, go do that right now. So welcome back. Do you enjoy Studio AP's anime art? Do you like the way Ross draws his characters? Even like the colors I use for my OC, black. If you like it, try to replicate it in your work. If you follow these methods, you will undoubtedly stand out. People are going to recognize your growth. They're going to see where you're getting these styles from. And the more you practice, you're going to develop your own art style. Again, back in the day, I'd occasionally copy the same artist because I admire their work so much, and that's all I would like for that whole year. Then next year, all of a sudden, my interest changed. I like some other artists. That's just how life works. Take what you understand and turn it into your own unique artwork. Do not believe the lies about using references. If it's something you can enjoy, not even I can change your mind. Do what's right, follow your passion, follow what you like, and study. This can be really fun. Studying artists that you like so much and turning into your own unique flair can be really fun. So go out there and go refine your style. Fine, if you guys want to learn from me, I definitely support it all the way. Make sure if you do want to use my work, be sure to tag me, credit me, so I can see all the lovely artwork that you guys do. I want to see it too. Guys, remember, this art journey is endless. So pack your brain with as much information as you can. Another challenge before we leave, I challenge you, since you did 5, go out there and go find 10 artists you like. 10. From there, do 15. Don't just stick to one. You don't want to be just a one-track wonder. Gather as much information as you can, guys. You can do it. The sky's the limit. Number 1, you want to go ahead and find references from artists you like. Number 2, discover your medium. Find out what it is you like. You like digital art, you like traditional art. Whatever medium you prefer, find that out. Number 3, you need to practice. Practice going back to the artist's work that you like, taking things and nitpicks from things that you like about their work and applying it to your own. And last but not least, challenge yourself. Go ahead, keep challenging yourself. Maybe today you may like art like Mike. Maybe next year you may like somebody else. Challenging yourself. Always find new things, new people. There's nothing wrong with growing your art style. This is the best way to develop your art style. And trust me, you will become a great artist the more you know. The journey is endless. It's up to you. At the end of the day, I believe in you. you gotta believe in yourself. Stay creative, peeps. Hopefully this video helped you understand more about your art style. If you guys want more insight and more tricks on how to develop your art style, I do monthly art tutorials on Patreon, so feel free to check that out. Also, join our Discord community. If you have any questions, feel free to stop in, check in. We'll give you a warm welcome. I tell you, art styles is something that you're always going to be changing. Today you may like anime, and maybe next year you're going to be drawing portraits. That's how I honestly feel about myself right now, and it's okay. It just means that you're growing as an artist and you're growing as a person. Don't let anyone fool you. Don't let anyone's opinions get into your head. Trust the process. Believe in yourself. Be sure to subscribe if you like this video, and stay creative, peeps. Art like creative. I don't know, maybe some of you are wondering, what does art like mean? Why does he put art like in front of everything? I'm Art Like Mike, and art like means amazing artist. If you have art like in front of your name, it means that you're an amazing artist. Feel free to use that name, guys. I don't know where it came from, you guys. I love what you're doing. Keep doing that. Spread the love. Many blessings out there. I love you guys so much. I wouldn't be here without God, without you guys supporting me on my hard journey. And it's honestly a blessing to be here teaching the next generation of artists. Hopefully you guys learned from this video. If you do, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys when I see you guys. These are all references, and a lot of these guys are artists. You can use this. Amazing artists. I thought someone was at the window, guys. Look at this. This is my room. This is where all the fun stuff happens. Here is just a quick tour of my wall. Last year, I was obsessed with Demon Slayer, so I drew basically the whole Demon Slayer cast. And as you notice, it's on traditional. That's what I mean by your art style's gonna change. And honestly, I still do traditional, but I'm mainly on this iPad, so we out of marker, ink. Copic marker is freaking expensive, guys. I do not recommend it, honestly. If you can get you a tablet or you can use your phone, download some digital art apps, you get all the colors on there for free. For free 99. At least you get Procreate. Procreate is like 10 bucks. So then you pay the $10, you get access to a wonderland. Like Procreate is like an artist's playground.
Whoa! Ha! Same as ever. All bark and no bite. Almost there, buddy.
Okay, let's leave that for the end.
Let's end with a bang.